ATB Financial holds a unique position in Alberta. Its headquarters are here, but it's also here! And here. And of course, here. It's owned by the Alberta government, and therefore the people of Alberta. So ATB has to do all the things that the big five banks do them better, plus be responsible to the specific needs of Albertans. It's a really tough mandate. Because of this, the reputation and brand of ATB is vital for more than just customer attraction and retention. Albertans need to see and trust the work that ATB does and believe in its mission. Of course, ATB has recognized this and become one of the most progressive and community-involved businesses in Canada. I mean, look at this. The community page on the website is longer than the usual business pages. Happiness is a core value. For me, ATB walks its talk. Telling stories for an organization like this isn't just important. It's fun, and it makes you feel good. And it can make others feel good, too. Creating that feeling of goodwill isn't just good for business. It's also what gets earned media. Every organization, from mom and pops to multinationals, are now competing to place their stories in pre-existing media, whether new or traditional. But of course the gatekeepers to these platforms know that, and they're automatically skeptical. It takes planning and timing to get your stories told. It also takes authenticity. The stories have to be legitimately interesting outside of the sphere of the organization pitching the story. By way of a small example, we're currently just beginning the outdoor soccer season. ATB is one of the main sponsors of a program called Free Footy, a totally free soccer league for Edmontonian kids with financial or other barriers. This is a story that intersects several important themes. Many of the kids who play will be refugees or new Canadians. It's a league enabling the participation of disadvantaged youth. It's about community spirit and giving. And the story is interesting to media enhancers because it's relatable on many levels. It also provides a public service, and it's simple and it follows an established pattern. And not only does ATB benefit reputation-wise by being a part of this story, but we introduce many new Albertans to who ATB is and what we stand for. Telling these kinds of stories has become a passion for me. I honestly believe that just because they have a corporate origin doesn't mean such stories are unimportant or inherently self-serving. I also have personal experience with how stories like this can create community both within and external to an organization. Back in 2010, I was doing communications for Cordova Bay Golf Course. The 2009 financial crisis hit our industry particularly hard. Many courses were dropping their prices, but our ownership took the long view and knew it would be incredibly difficult to raise those prices once things got better. We needed a different path. And so, armed with a social media for dummies level of knowledge, it fell on my shoulders to create, implement, and measure a social media strategy that would connect us not only with our current golfers, but those of the community who were potentially looking for a place to play. And we implemented the usual Facebook, Twitter protocols, but I decided to focus on storytelling and the unique things about Cordova Bay. We had a rooster that greeted people on the 14th hole. Our land had at one time been won and lost in a card game by a legendary one-armed man who drank Black Russians from dawn till dusk. We also had many special characters who played golf there. So we started making movies. Not stories about how great the golf course was, but stories that were interesting, that were relatable, and that involved the people who played there. In doing so, we were able to show how fantastic the golf was and how much you'd enjoy it. The response was phenomenal. We went from never having touched a video camera to creating stories that were viewed by thousands of people. We had people who didn't even play golf signing up for our newsletters and asking when the next installment was. I think one of the reasons my Cordova Bay experience was so fantastic is because of the environment I was working in. It was totally team-focused. No department or individual could succeed without the success of everyone else. Yet within this team there was room for creativity. This fostered a sense of happiness I've rarely seen in any other organization. For me, I find the combination of flexibility and structure brings out the best. It's an opportunity to work independently, but with team collaboration and an accountability to each other. I see strong similarities in ATB. It's patently obvious from the materials publicly available, and of course from the ranking in Canada's best places to work, that ATB has put tremendous effort into creating a happy team environment where its employees can succeed. I'm looking forward to experiencing it for myself. Thanks for watching. I'm Stephen Binder.